Good morning, and today we're looking at today's topics on the First for Driving system, and this is meeting traffic and specifically adequate clearance today. Meeting traffic is something you're going to do a lot as you drive along the road. You're going to meet vehicles coming the other way. Let's explain what I mean first of all. So you're driving along the road and there is a vehicle parked on your side of the road. Now, we'll talk about priorities later, but basically, if you have a vehicle on your side, and maybe there's a vehicle on the other side, and you need to pass these vehicles, you need to make sure you have adequate room either side of the vehicle to pass. Now, it takes a little while to judge it first, but you will get better as you practice, and your driving instructor will help you. We have a sort of a rule which might help you. We tend to say that if the gap is about 3 feet, or maybe the width of a car door, or a meter if you're in metric, then it should be safe to do 30 miles an hour. Making sure that there's nobody going to pop out of any of the car doors by looking well into the road, etc. But as a rough rule, 30 miles an hour, if you can allow 3 feet, a meter, width of the door between you and the vehicle that you're passing, 30 should be quite safe. But this isn't always the case. Sometimes you can't give 3 feet. Maybe there is only 2 feet, or around about 60 centimeters, 600 millimeters, as you pass. And let's look at the situation here. Whether it's 2 cars, one on either side, or just one on your side, you can see here the gap is very much reduced. Here, what do you think? As a rough rule, we might say 20 miles an hour. A little bit slower would be a safer speed. On other occasions, it's very narrow indeed, about a foot, 30 centimeters, 300 millimeters, not much bigger than the size of our own feet, really, between us and the vehicle, and we need to go through that gap. Now, you probably guessed, yes, on this sort of situation, when it's very much narrower, down to about 10 miles an hour is probably about safe. Just creeping through, beware of driver mirrors. The mirrors sometimes stick out. Creep through at 10 miles an hour. So what if it's even less? What if only you've got a couple of inches either side? Well, generally the rule is, and just don't go. Now, there may be situations where you have to creep through at crawling speed in very rare circumstances. Generally, we're not going to go. Little short one on adequate clearance there. This goes towards a set on meeting traffic, and the meeting traffic about priorities will be following soon. Thank you very much.